Hey guys, we are in our free online coaching classes for the JAM examination, and this video will be the lecture 4 on this series. And the topic is the computation of true thickness of bed from the outcrop, and the book reference is the Chiplonker and the Lai. And this topic is covered in the syllabus Structural Geology. And let's get into the video. To begin with, the width of the outcrop, you can see there are two different beds, say a blue color one and orange one. So you can see the width of the blue and orange is somewhat same here as the ground is horizontal, and when the ground is somewhat inclined, you can see the width of the outcrop of the same formation changes from a small thick a very small width here it is, and it is quite larger here, and even it is much larger here. So from this thing you can have an idea that the width of the outcrop is controlled by the ground gradient as well the dip of the formation. Okay, so the definition is that when a rock formation outcrops at the surface of the ground, the distance between the outcrop of its two surfaces, say this is a one surface and this is the second surface, so the distance between the two surfaces will be considered as the width of the outcrop. So the distance between these two surfaces is measured as the width. Okay, and the true thickness is that the distance measured perpendicular to the upper and lower contact of a tabular unit. So when you're talking about the true thickness, it is measured perpendicular to the bedding plane. Okay, so whenever the rock is inclined or horizontal, that is not an issue. The true thickness will be measured perpendicular to the bedding plane. So let this be the bedding plane here and here. So whatever you are measuring, that should be like this in this line, that is perpendicular bedding plane, and that measurement is termed as the true thickness. And the vertical thickness is one which is measured uh, in a non-horizontal unit, and the measurement is in vertical. Say for example, this unit is non-horizontal because it is somewhat inclined, and when you are measuring from here to here, and this thickness is considered as the vertical thickness if you are measuring vertically, and it will not be a true thickness. And for a case of a horizontal formation, it is somewhatly horizontal here, so here the true thickness as well as the vertical thickness will be the same. I think you got the thing right. So the true thickness is one which is measured perpendicular to the bedding plane, and a vertical thickness is one which is measured in a vertical line. And for the horizontal formation, both the true thickness is equal to the vertical thickness. If you still have some doubt, let us get cleared in the forthcoming slide, right? So this is a example for an horizontal formation. So this line will be the ground slope. Okay, and this line will be the thickness of this formation from A to C, and the rock formation is like this. So this is a rock formation, this is the upper contact and this is the lower contact. So the vertical distance between these two contacts is called the thickness, that is the true thickness, and this is the ground slope. Is that clear? So in the horizontal formation, as we mentioned here, the true thickness is equal to vertical thickness. So we can simply call it as thickness. There is no any necessary for us to indicate it as a true or vertical because both are same, right? And you can see this is a bedding plane, and we are measuring perpendicular to this bedding plane for the thickness. So this will form a right angle triangle, right? As you can see, this is 90 degree. So whatever this complete portion will form a right angle triangle. And as you know trigonometrical functions, this is the theta, that is the ground slope, and this will be the opposite side, and this will be the hypotenuse. And if you remember, the sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, where the opposite is the thickness of the horizontal formation, and what is this, the hypotenuse, and this is the width of the outcrop. As we studied earlier, the width of the outcrop is the distance measured on the surface of its two contacts. So this is contact 1 and this is contact 2, say upper and lower contact. So this distance is considered as the width of the outcrop. So if you know the width of the outcrop, you can simply find out the true thickness of a horizontal formation using this formula. Thickness of the outcrop is size thickness of the rock is equal to width of the outcrop into sine theta, where theta is the slope of the ground. So in a sloping ground, you know the slope angle, and if you know the width of the outcrop, you can calculate the thickness of the horizontal formation. I think this is clear for you, right? And the second case is that inclined formation, as this is the ground surface which is somewhat horizontal, and this is the rock formation which is inclined here, right? And the vertical thickness, as I mentioned here, which is measured in a vertical direction, right? From the ground surface, this one is vertical. You got it right? And this one will be the true thickness because it is a right angle triangle, that is it is perpendicular to the direction of the bedding plane. Okay, so this will be the true thickness. I will repeat it once again. There is no any issue. The rock formation is inclined and the ground is horizontal, and this thickness, this line that is measured in the vertical, the upper and lower contact, that is considered as the vertical thickness, and the true thickness is one which is measured perpendicular to the bedding plane. So for inclined formation, the true thickness is not equal to the vertical thickness, and this is the dip of the rock formation. In your previous case, we are considering about the slope of the surface. In this case, we are considering the dip of the formation. Okay, is that clear? So to calculate the vertical thickness, which is the vertical thickness, this is AC, right? So we know this is a very big right angle triangle, as the surface is horizontal and we are measuring it vertical. So this will form a right angle triangle, that is 90-degree right angle. So this will be the right angle triangle. The ACB will be the right angle triangle. So in this case, what happened? We are using the tan theta, where tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Okay. So the opposite side, that is the AC, that is the vertical, that we have to find out, and the adjacent side is the AB, that is the width of the outcrop. And by knowing the dip of the formation, we can simply find out the vertical thickness. Is that clear? So this forms that ABC will forms a right angle triangle in which AC is the vertical thickness and AB is the width of the outcrop. Okay, and the theta will be the dip of the formation. So if you know the dip of the formation and width of the outcrop, you can simply calculate the vertical thickness. Is that clear for the vertical thickness? Okay, so let's get into the true thickness, where true thickness is equal to AD, right? So AD is equal to AC into cos theta. So if you remember the cos is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So if you consider this ACD, so this forms right angle. How it is? Because the bedding plane and the true thickness will be having a 90-degree relationship, right? So this line will form a right angle triangle. Is that clear? So when this forms a right angle triangle, and you know already calculated the AC from this previous calculation, and this angle will be 90, sorry, this angle will be the dip of the formation. So the AD will be, that is the AD is the true thickness is equal to AC into cos theta. So if you calculate the earlier step, the AC value, you can simply substitute it, and theta will be the dip of the formation, and you have to find out the cos of it. So you can simply find out this way, or you can also apply this thing in this equation 1 without finding the vertical thickness. Also you can find out it with the help of AB is equal to sine theta, because we know that tan theta is equal to sine by cos. You remember that, right? So instead of tan, we can write it as sine by cos, and as it is cos is here and cos is in the below side, so this can be crossed out and the remaining will be sine. So this formula can be used if you know the vertical thickness, and if you don't know the vertical thickness, that is not a problem. You can simply apply and find out using this formula with the help of width of the outcrop and sine theta. Also we can calculate the true thickness, or if you know the vertical thickness also, you can calculate this, right? Is that clear? And if you still have any doubt, just mention it in the comment section. I will clear it for you. There is no any issue. And as per your replies, I am ready to start the WhatsApp group. So if you are interested to join the WhatsApp group, just mail me your name, your college or university name, and the class which you are studying, and all, and the city, etc., to my email ID. And I do also do the same video in Tamil, so that also you can check in my playlist. And I have grouped my videos according to the category in my playlist, so you can use it for your references. And if you want to connect with us, these are the links as mail, Facebook and Instagram. And you can also support us by like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.